Hey guys, it's Miss Ray, and this is our first week of online learning. I'm going to be really quick and try not to make this a long video and show you guys how you're going to complete your assignment and walk you through it. So as you know, these past few weeks, past few months, we've been talking about a lot of really heavy things. We've been talking about political things. We've been talking about cultural things. We've been talking about current events, a lot of really good, deep things that affect you all today. So I thought we'd switch it up as the year is coming to a close with diseases and mental illness. It's something that we don't really get to talk about, but it's something that we're all affected by. Each of us has a family member that has a mental illness. In fact, I actually spent a lot of my days and summers with my grandmother. My grandmother owned a group home. And if you've never heard of a group home, a group home is a place where adults who have a mental illness come to live because their families just can't manage to take care of them. And so you would think it's kind of strange that my mom would let me spend most of my days here because it was kind of odd, but that's the only choice that we had at the time as far as my mom needing someone to help out with me. So I'd spend a lot of my days there, and there were people there who had schizophrenia. One person, in fact, wasn't born with it. He actually had went out of town. He was drinking, set his drink down, and someone did something to it. And ever since then, he just wasn't right. And he would talk to himself and he would hear voices. And so it would be strange to be sitting there and he'd just be whispering to himself or, shaking his head. And so I would just be like, Mother, that's what I call my grandmother, like, Mother, what's going on with him? And she would just be like, don't pay it any mind. He's fine. So you would just see a lot of different illnesses there, and it just became something that I grew used to. So before you really even get started, if you have your parents at home or if you have siblings at home, maybe ask, have you ever heard of schizophrenia or have known anybody with schizophrenia before you begin the assignment, to kind of give you some perspective. So getting started, you're going to go into Clever, log into Google Classroom, and when you get in there, you're going to see week 1, and there are 2 assignments, okay? And remember, these assignments are not due until Friday. When are they due? Friday, okay? They're not due until Friday. So, Miss Ray, what if I just want to knock it out because I'm just gangster like that? I just want to get it done. That's fine. Turn it in. We're good. But if you just feel like waiting and you just going with the flow, man. You just chilling. It's okay. It's not due till Friday. Do you, boo-boo? Okay? So go ahead and click on assignment 1. Now there are 2 videos for each assignment. So assignment 1 has video 1 and 2. Assignment 2 has videos 3 and 4. Okay? So all together, you're going to be watching 4 videos. Okay? So I did videos intentionally. So if you have siblings at home, if you have parents at home, I really want you guys to try and watch the videos with them. I want you guys to have a dialogue, a conversation, ask questions, because I really think it's going to help stretch your understanding. I've been saying this all year for you guys to really work on having conversations that challenge you to think deeper, okay? So maybe it might be easier if you do it with your family because it was hard getting us to do it on campus with your classmates. So maybe at home, you might feel more comfortable to have those questions that you couldn't have on campus, okay? So you're going to watch 2 videos, and I want you guys to take notes. If notes are difficult, I put questions here, okay? So if you're taking notes, your notes should match my questions, the answers to those questions, okay? All right, so you're taking notes as you're watching the video. Video 1, what is schizophrenia? There are 4 questions there, and then I want you guys to give me a summary based on that video. What is schizophrenia based on the video? You should have pieces of your notes in that summary, and that summary should be a full 5 to 6 paragraphs with complete sentences. Yes, complete sentences. All right. Video 2, what is schizophrenia like? So I already know what schizophrenia is. I've looked at the symptoms. I already know what they are. but what the heck is it like? So I found a really cool video where two people actually go through a simulation. They actually have to live a life, I guess, for a day as someone with schizophrenia. And so you're going to get to see how those symptoms play out in this simulation. So there's 4 questions that should match your notes if you decide to freestyle it, just to kind of check yourself. So as you can see on the screen, there's a rubric that I have there for you, okay? So the rubric, I'm going to be grading your notes for video 1 if they match those questions. I'm going to be grading your summary, which here it says 5 to 6 complete sentences. And then I'm going to be grading your notes for video 2. Really easy, okay? All right, so assignment number 2. Assignment number 2, you're going to be looking at actual people with schizophrenia. I have a little girl, and then I have a grown woman. Both of them have schizophrenia, but their stories are so different. And so what you're going to be doing is doing a compare and contrast type of thing, okay? So, does schizophrenia affect people the same way? Video 3 is an interview Oprah did with a little girl many moons ago. And it's very interesting how this interview goes. So as you are taking notes on this video, there are 5 things you should be looking for that should match those questions on the screen. Video 4 is the adult woman who has schizophrenia, but her story is a little different. So there are 4 questions there. For each video, you have questions, notes, and then for each video, I want you to do a summary. Tell me about these people based on the notes that you took from the video. And then I have a writing assignment. It's really not that big of a deal, and I give you an option. So you can write 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph telling me how they're similar, 1 paragraph telling me how they are different, or you can draw me a Venn diagram, okay? A very detailed diagram, okay? A very detailed diagram. So the rubric for this here, and as you can see, the 2 videos are there. They're super short. They're only 6 minutes long. So the criteria here, your notes and those questions, either or, however you choose to do it, your notes for the 2 videos, your summaries for the 2 videos, and then your compare and contrast. So either you do my 2 paragraphs or you give me a very thorough, detailed Venn diagram. If you don't remember what a Venn diagram is, it's 2 big circles with a little crease in the middle. In the middle, it's everything that they have in common. On the outside, it's everything that makes them different, okay? But of course, you have technology. You can always research what a Venn diagram is. I think we know what that is by now. Okay. All right. So, Miss Ray, how do I turn these assignments in? I tried to log in as a student so I can give you that view, but it won't work. So when you click on the assignment and it says turn assignment in, you can actually open up a Google Doc and type all of your stuff in, and you can share it with me and turn it in. If that's too hard and you're like, okay, girl, this is not working, you can take your interactive notebook, write it all in here, do all your work, use your phone, take a screenshot of it, and text it to the number that I had on the original video. So just go back to the screen and pull it up, screenshot it to me with your name and your class period. For those of you who I have the same, so if my Jesus's, my Brian's, and my David's, those of you who have the same name, please tell me what class period you are. So for example, Jesus, 1st period, David, 5th period, Brian. For my Brian's, give me your last name because all of you are in the same period. So if you cannot figure out how to submit it and turn it in with a Google Doc, please just screenshot it and text it to that number that is on the previous video, okay? So nice and easy. Again, if you have questions, text me, call me, and I think that's it. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Please, please, please watch these videos and have conversations with your family about what it is. I think that'll really help solidify what's going on in your mind as you're thinking. All right, guys, I will talk at you later.